Hey guys, so I just want to thank you first of all for the positive feedback that I got on my video yesterday. I really was nervous about uploading a video that had mostly just me talking, and I know I've done that in the past before, but excuse me, sorry. It's always made me a little nervous because I know that this channel started out as Railan's channel, and all the content revolves completely 100% about around Railan's medical care and showing how we have hope in the midst of all that. And I'm not going to abandon that kind of content, but I did at one point take a step back from that kind of content because the internet sometimes gets weird about things. So in order to protect her, and when this channel was really, really small, there was no weirdness about it in terms of like motivations for people watching. So I needed to check myself, and I did that about a year and a half ago, thinking through all that. And I started this channel simply to help people. Railan's story is such that even though life seems hopeless, we have lots of hope. She smiles every day. And I don't want to abandon that message on this channel, of course. So I'm going to continue showing Railan appropriately and not exploitively. But Railan's only 12, turning 13 this year. So I did take a step back from being quite as forthcoming with everything. Like I said, when the channel was small, it didn't matter as much. It was a small group of people with like-minded, motivations. But as the channel grew a little bit, it attracts people from all kinds of walks of life, and some people have different desires of what they want to see, and they comment sometimes inappropriate things. And all that being said, of course, I'm going to continue showing Railan on this channel, but just in terms of like thinking through why I upload, it needs to be less about, I guess, focused on Railan, and more in general, we have hope no matter what we're going through. And of course, Railan illustrates that quite a bit. But in all honesty, I illustrate that too, right? I'm trying to lose weight right now. I'm trying, I weigh in every day. I weigh to see how I did. Not just yesterday, because obviously weight is more fluid than that. So what you do yesterday doesn't always have a direct impact on what you weigh the next day. And yet, for me, it certainly has an impact, right? So there's trends, there's like how I do over the course of several days is certainly going to be reflected on the scale. And not that I'm trying to get a certain number. I mean, I am, but I'm not. It's more about how I feel, and it's more about longevity of life. It's more about getting myself out of obesity. So like right now, I'm technically obese. I'm over 30% BMI. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. I always say it wrong. I'm over 30 BMI, which means that I'm in the obese category, and being obese, that in itself is an arbitrary label. And yet at the same time, being obese, being over 30 BMI means that you have certain risk factors associated with that. So things like heart disease, heart failure, a heart attack, stroke, and these kinds of things, you're much more likely to have any of those things, especially as you age, because you're obese, because I'm obese. Diabetes is another one. So that being said, I really want to get out of that category. And I say it like this. Right now I'm slightly obese. I'd like to be just slightly overweight. Get out of the obesity category altogether, and get so far away from it that I'm actually closer to being healthy than obese. So that's my goal. I hope that even when life seems hopeless, that I can show that I have hope and that I can move towards that. I actually was below 200 pounds not too long ago. I think it was earlier last month. Within January, I was under 200 pounds. I've kind of creeped up a little bit. Now I'm at 206. I think I was 204 this morning, actually. So not too bad. I'm moving the right direction again, but I want you to keep me accountable. Keep me accountable for my weight. Keep me accountable for my hope. Sometimes I tell myself, well, I already messed up this morning. I ate too much for breakfast or whatever it is. I snacked too much. So I've already ruined my day, and I've lost hope for the day. And sometimes that losing of hope can go for several days. And I say eventually, well, I'm okay at this weight. I'm okay. I'm content. I feel okay. And that's true, of course. Like, there's a lot of people who are fine with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Completely fine with that. But for me, I know that I can get down to a healthy weight, or at least a healthier weight, if I just make up my mind to do it. If I just say to myself, I don't need 4 snacks a day. I don't need to eat seconds and thirds and of lunch and dinner. Like, I love to eat. And I know that I could just really get not just obese, well, like I am, but morbidly obese. I know that I have that in me to do. Like, I need to keep myself in check, and I need you to keep me accountable as well. And say to me, if you ever see me blowing up a little bit, or if I stop posting my weight every day, then you know that I'm probably slipping up and I've lost a little bit of hope. Encourage me, because I need your encouragement. Just as I hope that I've been an encouragement to you, just as our story in our family has hopefully been an encouragement to you, I also need your encouragement to stay on the right track, to say, don't lose hope, Chris. But you can do it. Even when life seems hopeless, even if you've messed up over and over and over again, you can do it. You can get back on the right track. You can do what you need to do. So this morning, once again, I had to take Emily to driver's ed because her school is canceled, and yet the school that she takes driver's ed at is going on. So I got out of the house early, and before I did that, I did Railan's meds, and I just want everyone to know that even if you can't do everything, you can do something. Does that make sense? Like, maybe I can't be 165 pounds tomorrow, but I can do something. I can work towards it. And for Raylan's care and Raylan's progress, it's a slow progress. It's a slow process oftentimes for her to get where she needs to be. And she has a new teacher right now, and she does amazing. She loves her teacher. Railan loves her teacher. And I know a lot of teachers in the past have quit because they just didn't see Railan progressing very fast at all. But Raylan's progress has always been slow because she is slower to learn, slower to make progress. And for things like her eye gaze or making choices with her eyes, it's subtle and it's slow progress, but she is making progress. When we think back to where she was just a year or two ago, in terms of using her eyes to make choices and to communicate that way, is she at 100% now in terms of always giving us the right answer, the answer that she intends to give? No, she's not, in all honesty. But she's made progress, and we know that when we hold up 2 things in front of her and we're in between like this, so we can see her eyes going back and forth like this, which one she wants to choose, we ask her, which one do you want? And it'll take her a second, but she'll look at one, and that's her telling us that's the one that she wants. Now, and then we'll sometimes switch them just to confirm, is she really telling us the right thing, or is it just an accident? And at that point, she'd look at the other one, or look at the same one that she looked at, but on the opposite side. That tells us she's making intentional choices, and it's not always the way that people would want her to do it, and it's on her own time frame, and of course all that's going to happen, and we all have to be patient with each other, right? People are going to live life at their own pace, and we have to be patient. We have to not lose hope, even for ourselves, even for others, because no matter what you go through in life, there's always hope. There's always hope. And I hope that's the message that we convey on this channel. The message is still the same, that there's always hope, even when life seems hopeless. God bless you. We'll see you again next time.